Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm just here to do a quick tutorial of these little fabric trims that I have made a few times recently. I have only used them so far once in a junk journal, and that was on my Motor Girl journal. So if you saw the video of that, you would have hopefully seen my little fabric trims. I think they're really super cute and a kind of alternative, I guess, to a fabric ruffle or putting lace kind of at the edge of pages or tags or, you know, whatever really. Again, a bit like my little button embellishments, they're quite versatile and kind of lots of different possibilities, you know, with them. So I'll just kind of show you one or two that I've made already. So there's this kind of one here that's on white fabric. With these little images on there, and then this one here, I've left all the threads kind of hanging at the moment. This is on this kind of muslin, and then it's got some of that Hessian kind of ribbon, and then it's got a flower at the top and then some little images kind of running down it. Really cute. And then I finished off the bottom kind of like a banner. And obviously you could just, you know, glue that down and pop it on a page. Really sweet. So I've brought my sewing machine along. Haven't done a tutorial using my sewing machine, so I hope that it's not going to be a horrendous experience and kind of loads of noise or, you know, what have you. So let's move these to one side and kind of get started. If I show you first of all, I've got this little box here full of lots of stamped images onto really pretty fabrics. So I use these when I make my little stamped images, you know, onto the fabric and then backed onto Hessian. All different images here. I've got the words love, all different things basically in here. Little cameos, love those. You know, lots of different things, an umbrella, bird cage, all different things. So, you know, just using little scraps of, you know, pretty fabrics basically, and just kind of stamp things on there. So that's my kind of full box of those. So what I've done is just literally taken some fabric, and if I show you this one first, this was actually part of a tea towel, so I've, you know, torn it a strip off the tea towel, you know, that obviously was no longer in use, and then so that things are kind of held on there ready to stitch on the sewing machine, I have just taken a variety of items from here that I thought coordinated nicely on the fabric, and I've just placed them at different points on the fabric. So they're all down there, and I've also got a kind of freehand heart that I just cut out as well. So they're all on there, and what I did was just stuck them with a tiny bit of glue, just so that they're, you know, not going to be moving around when I'm stitching them on. So that trim, I don't know the exact length of it, but, you know, probably just slightly longer than a ruler, so, you know, maybe 13 inches or something like that. And then obviously when you came to use it, you would just be able to trim it off, you know, wherever you wanted. You know, could even trim it literally so you had just one image. So then what I'm going to do is just literally, my sewing machine's here to the side. Obviously I have not put that in your full view. Now I have got dark blue thread on the sewing machine, which I might just quickly change, which in hindsight I obviously should have done that before I started filming. But I did bring along some ivory thread, which is probably slightly better because the dark blue would obviously be, you know, very contrasting. So I'll just quickly change my thread in the sewing machine. But I mean, obviously, you know, you may want to use something very contrasting. You know, and sometimes that might be the best option and give you a good look. But for these particular ones, I will just use the ivory coloured thread. got my needle threader, thankfully, so that I'm not going to have to spend hours here. And I've already got a bobbin that's been wound. So I'll just pop that on here. Now, slightly nervous about doing a sewing machine tutorial because, you know, I mean, I've said this a lot of times before. I know I'm certainly not a seamstress, you know, and I do quite often have problems with my tension and what have you on the sewing machine. So let's just hope it's not going to be one of those days because that would be, you know, pretty frustrating and pretty boring for all of you to watch me having to keep unjamming the sewing machine. Right, so I've rethreaded it with ivory thread. So I'm just going to literally take this now and pop it in to the sewing machine, and I'm just going to literally stitch down the middle. I will just back stitch it so that it's kind of held in place. And I'm just literally stitching it all the way down, and I'm just stitching it right through the middle. So the images are kind of loose at the sides. They're not, you know, stitched all around them or anything like that. If that bothered you, you could obviously stitch them all around along the trim. I mean, I personally think it's quite nice to have them kind of loose, and it's quite a nice effect to just have the stitching running through the middle. But I understand obviously that some people may not like that look, but it would also be quite time consuming to actually stitch each individual image onto the trim. So, you know, completely kind of, you know, personal choice and personal preference how you would want to do that. I think down the middle is, you know, perfectly fine and looks very cute. If you didn't like it, because obviously, you know, say these images here, you know, they're quite large and wide against the fabric, but I mean, obviously you can see it's being glued on in part, so it's not too loose. And I mean, obviously they're not blowing around in the wind or anything, so it's not like they're flapping around. But I mean, if you didn't like it, you could always just pop a little dab of glue to kind of glue them flat. But I think that looks really, really sweet. And I mean, obviously you can kind of alter these. I should have bought my huge bag of buttons along, but sadly I've not done that. But you know, when you kind of are stitching them onto the page, you could always pop, you know, a button kind of at the top. You could place a button in between each little stamped image, you know, completely kind of up to you really. So there's that one. Move that to one side. And I've done a few here so that we can kind of just run through quickly a few. So this one, similar, again, it's that beautiful red fabric from the tea towel. But this one's obviously a lot narrower, as you can see. You know, it's kind of 1/4 of an inch narrower than the last one. So it gives a different effect because obviously there's not much edging around each of the images. I don't really have a preference. I think they're both really nice in their own way. But I've just done exactly the same thing in that I've just glued them down kind of onto the fabric ready for stitching. And obviously I've got a variety of images kind of running along here. Hopefully you can kind of see them. So I'll just run this one through the sewing machine now. I mean, obviously, you know, this is kind of the quite quick part. The time consuming part really is obviously stamping all of your images onto the fabric and cutting them out. Oops, I'll just straighten that up. Cutting them out, particularly if they're a shape. You know, if they're just cut this, you know, the squares, then that's absolutely fine. But obviously things like the cameo, she's a little bit more tricky because obviously she's, you know, an oval. Or I have actually got some birds which they are obviously very time consuming to cut out because they're obviously, you know, you need to cut them into a bird shape. And I haven't actually tried, I think, a bird onto the trims. Although it's hard to remember, to be honest. When you're kind of making things all the time, you kind of forget what you have and haven't done. But, you know, the time consuming bit really is obviously stamping the images and, you know, cutting them out. This bit, not particularly time consuming, but I mean, obviously I didn't want to bore you by stamping the images kind of with you all watching. So this is kind of the fun bit and the rewarding bit, because they all look very pretty kind of once they're stitched on. And they just add a really nice colourful element down the side of a page. So the next one I've got, I've only got 4, so don't worry, I'm not going to be here all day or anything. The next one I've got, again, it was another part from the tea towel, and this one's got, as you can see, a little bit of white on the edge, tiny bit of blue, and then some of the red trim at the edge. So again, I've just popped various images. I have got one of those birds there that I was referring to that required the fussy cutting out. So we'll see how he turns out gluing that on. So again, I've just done exactly the same, glued them on, you know, to hold them into place, and we'll just literally stitch them down the middle onto the trim itself. So nice and quick, just kind of you know, go down there like that. I mean, I absolutely love you know, all the pretty fabrics and things, and you know, because I'm not obviously a seamstress or anything, you know, I'm probably a little bit stuck for what I can actually then do with them. I do make bunting, you know, and things like that. But it's really nice to be able to get some of those fabrics into journals. So, I mean, obviously you can use the fabrics for layering and things like that, but I mean, actually it's quite nice to kind of do something a bit different with them. And again, a bit like kind of when you buy paper pads and the paper is patterned paper and you stamp, you know, on it or whatever, and it looks so pretty. And that's a bit kind of like the stamping onto the fabric, because you know, it looks really lovely. And not always, of course, you know, not always, but quite often it looks very pretty. So there's another one, you know, just done like that. Now obviously the bird is kind of a little bit flappy, if you see what I mean, but that's fine, because again, you could just dab a little bit of glue on there and just stick him down, or when you stick it onto the page, you could actually stick him onto the page, you know. But I mean, as you can see, I mean, just me doing that, he's gone flat now, so you know, it's not a problem. So that's that one, and then I've just got one more to do with you guys, so you know, and then I'll let you go. It's just basically a piece from the tea towel. Again, this was just a plain white strip. These were just some tea towels that actually didn't kind of match my kitchen, but were in a pack of 3. So I kind of had bought them, you know, and then didn't use all of them. So I had been, you know, I'd used it a couple of times obviously, and then was no longer needed really. So this is just backed onto the white part of the tea towel. And again, a variety of images, and they've just all been glued on. So I would just stick it down, sew it down, sorry. It's already been stuck down with some glue. Just back stitch that. Okay, and then go down the middle again. I mean, I just think these are really, really, really cute. And, you know, I think, again, lots of different uses and ways to alter these, you know, that you could do. And sometimes it's nice to just have different things, isn't it? You know, so you could obviously put these literally through the middle of a tag to create a tag. So, I mean, perhaps we could do a little process video or tutorial doing things like that. And, you know, kind of see how they look. So yeah, let me just cut that off. There we go. That's the white one. So, you know, that's just like that. So, I mean, I just think they're really nice, really, really nice to use. And I mean, obviously, you know, these I've done reasonably colourful. If you wanted a kind of more muted effect, I mean, you could go for, you know, if you just wanted a white strip, if I just turn that over, you know, you could kind of try and do all the same colours down it. I mean, I've got some here blue. You could just have kind of blue items on there. I won't be able to find another blue one now, but I'm sure that, you know, you get the idea. You know, rather than having them really colourful, you could just have all the same colours down, or even all the same actual fabrics. So, you know, I might have more pink items. I wasn't thinking that was blue. I just thought I might have more luck with pink. All the same even images running down the page. You know, that may be another kind of thing to do. That's a little pink and white gingham, although the pink is so pale you can barely see it. But yeah, so, you know, there's kind of lots of possibilities, I feel, with these, and just something kind of a bit fun and a bit different to do on your pages. So in fact, I'm quite liking those kind of monotone, you know, colours. I think they're really quite nice. So I might have to make a few of those. Anyway, I hope that that was useful to you, and yeah, give them a try and see what you think. Thanks very much for watching, and have a nice day. Bye.